But I just wanted to say, man, like, what the hell's going on? And think the way it's crazy to me because we talked about on Apocalypse Now how much changed in a week. How much has changed since our last time we did the Bartley and Barnes show? So much.
Yeah. It's been. So it's 2 weeks ago. It was still ramping up. It was, because it started, January, whatever, over there overseas, and just snowballed into. Not going to get political necessarily, but just from us being constantly told it's no big deal, we got it under control, to now school's out until who knows when, everything's closed, we can't go anywhere really.
It's crazy, man. I'm still processing it all.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I can't know. Like every morning I wake up, I take a second to remember this is what's going on.
Yeah.
And it's affecting us differently, right? I think you have to go to work.
Yeah.
Basically, with what your job is.
You're considered essential.
Working at FedEx.
Yeah.
I just work for a company who does educational stuff on elementary school campuses. So luckily, there's a lot of planning and a lot of work that goes into creating our schedules and all that stuff that goes on in the background, which is mainly my job.
Yeah.
So luckily, and we don't know what's going to happen. I don't think school's coming back this year.
I don't think so either.
It's definitely not. And then we don't even know how summer's going to look.
Yeah.
So my company's basically planning for next school year, which is, we don't even know if that's going to happen. So it's tough, but I'm so thankful and blessed that as of now, I still get to work 4 days a week from home.
Right.
And there's so many people
really great.
Losing their jobs.
Yeah, which is so sad.
My owners weren't sure at first what they were going to do.
Yeah.
But they told us on Thursday, yesterday we had a meeting like over the phone. We've been working all week since Wednesday. We've been working from home.
Right.
And they said, all right, here's the plan. This is what we're doing. We're going to get all next school year ready. And they're going to keep the office staff employed 4 days a week working from home. So I'm thankful to them for that.
Yeah.
The problem is, and I think this is for anyone, you don't know when that's going to change.
Yeah.
They could be like, look, this is not working. If they're losing money, it doesn't make sense. And the thing is, I can't get too mad. You can't get too mad at your employer for doing that because there's nothing at a certain point, they don't have a choice.
That's the thing about this, because we're in a recession and because of this. And if
that
different sectors are not working and there's consumers, that's a big, our economy is boosted by consumerism mostly, but if people aren't spending money, then businesses aren't making money, including even companies like yours are not making money, and it snowballs and it trickles down, and it sucks. It really does.
I don't even know. It's so unreal.
Yeah.
It's so unreal. And luckily, I mean, there's things like unemployment and all that, but it's not ideal.
Well, no, because even that can only last so long, and that's going to run out eventually, and then
really what happens when 80% of the population is on unemployment? Are they going to keep providing us with those funds? And I think each individual person, depending on how long they worked, only has a certain amount of unemployment funds available to them.
Right.
And maybe they make exceptions for this
because of this
during this.
Yeah.
And maybe you don't even lose your your unemployment funds that you would normally get.
Yeah.
I think that would be the right thing to do.
Yeah, definitely.
And not speaking just selfishly for myself, but for anyone.
Oh, totally.
You know?
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Right.
I think the whole entire world, every business, needs to make exceptions during this time.
I think New York is they've stopped all evictions.
That has to happen.
And it's like duh, but
because what are they gonna do? The thing is,
can't...
people are not gonna be able to pay their rent eventually,
right.
And the property managers, they're still gonna charge us rent no matter what.
Right.
So the thing is, I don't know how to fix that, but it's like, okay, if they lose their tenants because they can't pay their rent and they evict them because they can't pay their rent, you think people are moving in right now?
Exactly.
No one's going to move
That's
in,
what I'm saying.
So you're losing money anyway. No, you're not. No one's going to be replaced. A lot of people aren't going to be moving during this time,
right,
unless they already had it planned.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really make sense. I don't know how they're going to handle it. There has to be something where basically the whole world is just paused during this time.
If you can.
Yeah.
If you can. We can hold out as long as we can. I don't imagine this whole thing of kind of staying in sort of thing will last much longer than maybe a month. Because otherwise, they'll be rioting in the streets. And this country's too big. You can't do that in America. You can do it in smaller countries where we're seeing that happen. But we got to start letting people out and let people get to work and other things.
Yeah.
So
the economy is going to tank.
Exactly.
It already is.
We couldn't. Exactly. And so the problem is between now and that point, whenever that comes, what's going to happen. But yeah, you got to see bailout situations like that. Not airlines, because nobody's flying, so don't need to bail out airlines. But get like property companies. Let them give them a cash whatever.
Exactly.
Give them
so people can keep their homes.
Right.
Right. The important things.
Exactly. Stuff like that.
I feel bad for all industries and all companies.
Yeah. All sectors.
I feel bad, but the thing is, it's down to what's most important:
right.
Keeping people sheltered, keeping people fed,
right,
and keeping people healthy.
Yeah.
That's what we have to protect. And it's like,
schools.
It sucks that a cruise line is going to go out of business,
right.
but is that important when it comes to the survival of humans?
Yeah. Or even to be honest, and we do need airlines, but they make enough money. First of all, they charge for everything. They got money.
A pecking order of significance of all these things, right? And
yeah, I'm not worried about the airlines.
It's like cruise lines are at the very bottom of that list, but then like airlines are more important than cruise lines.
Definitely,
because cruise line is just an extra like vacation type thing, You have to travel for work and all those things through the air.
That's why I say understand.
But with technology these days, we can still do a lot of work telecommuting. And so
and if you gotta drive, you gotta drive. That's what I'm saying. People got to be able to get from point A to point B. You gotta help. And in that situation, we need to make sure that auto repair companies can stay in business.
Yes. So thing about that is, I had a nail in my tire.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a minute, can I go get my tire fixed? And I look it up because I go to the Honda dealership to get it done because I trust them and I have a Honda. So I look it up, they're open. I go, I get my tire fixed. And I'm looking around while I'm driving. It looks like a lot of places are still open.
Sure.
But if you look, I was looking at it. So obviously, like the fast food restaurants are still open because people got to eat. But there was a tire repair shop, Firestone, still open. Verizon store closed.
Yeah.
And that makes sense. Right? Because people, the Verizon store doesn't need to be open. People can buy a new phone online. People can get help over the phone. Things like that. So it makes sense, essential businesses. And I think vehicle repair should be one. Because people still need to, there's some people that have to drive to work. Nurses, I don't know if nurses are going home and then going back to work and back to the hospital, but they have to.
Yeah.
So it's just crazy. And the thing that upsets me the most about how humanity's reacting to it is just the hoarding of essential supplies, of toilet paper, of hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
I'm a person, I use hand sanitizer every day of my life. I keep it in my car. Whenever I go to the bank or the gas station, I use hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
I can't even buy it now.
Yeah. Well, toilet paper. It went from toilet paper to paper towels. Like we can't even get paper towels.
I know.
Like why are y'all buying up all the paper towels? I can't even.
The word of advice to people, which I've been doing, is like we use toilet paper to blow our nose, to wipe something off something. Buy tissues. So if you go to the stores, they still have boxes of tissues.
Some tissues, yeah.
Buy tissues and make sure you're only using tissues to wipe your nose.
Right.
To do anything else other than use toilet paper only for toilet paper.
All the paper goods are gone, which is insane because we make a lot of that. They're gonna have all that. Like we're not running out of.
So the thing is, for me, I was like, why aren't these companies, speeding up the production? And I read an article that they already basically operate 24/7 and produce as much as they possibly can.
Yeah.
They already do that. So
that's why I'm saying why people freaked out and bought it all because like we always have that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's mostly done here in America.
Yeah. So it really upsets me, and it made me think of something. And it's like, if this COVID-19 thing is some higher entity testing humanity, we are failing that
Absolutely.
test. So if you, people have different beliefs. If you believe there's a higher being or something, and a lot of people believe that we're being individually being tested as a society, as a human race being tested.
Yeah.
If that's true for this, we are failing.
Yeah.
Because there's people sitting there with 30 packs of toilet paper in their garage while there's families with 7 kids that don't have toilet paper.
Yeah.
And that's wrong. So I'm just
in line for an hour or 2 hours to get it.
It really sucks.
This is
But
ridiculous.
not to open the show on a somber note, but that's the world we live in
It's
right
reality
now.
right now, yeah. It may get worse before it gets better, to be honest. I hate to say, but
No, it definitely is. And one thing that we probably won't see on time is the NFL season.